Chapter 21 The Advent of Swoop, the Trembling Three Clans. You are listening at novelfull.audio. With Swoop's arrival, the whole world glows with him. The purple air came 3,000 miles from the east, and a 9-color rainbow crossed the sky. The leaves rustled and grew towards the east. The bewildered lord of the four seas, the beholder, the super beast, seems to have sensed it. They all crawl toward the east. You are electricity, you are light, you are the only myth. You are the creator of the world and the master of all things. The supreme creator of time and life, we praise you, we praise you. In the early years, the prayers initially compiled by the Tianyuan sect were circulated around. Looking at the trembling three capable subordinates, Swoop, who was covered in light, could not see the exact appearance, and only appeared in the state of a goddess, instructed. Don't be confused by previous experiences, your existence is the only truth. Seize the opportunity of rebirth and strengthen yourself. The crisis from the universe has not been resolved. Mentioning this, the Lord of the Four Seas trembled and sent out a thought. Great Creator, do you know where that malicious meteorite came from? Why did it come from? It's an alien creature disguised as a meteorite, and it specializes in hunting young and weak civilizations. It has already set its sights on the Tianyuan realm. It's just a matter of time before it arrives again. Swoop gave them an early vaccination. At the same time, in the near future, there will be other worlds connected to us. There will be a plain war, and don't slack off, do your best to rush out of the universe and expand the origin of the world. All three leaders were shocked. Time channel. Plain war, that you can tell from the name that it is a super battle that affects the world's fortunes. Swear to defend the Tianyuan realm to the death. Defend your glory, it is your duty. The beholder and the superbido beast are so excited that they can't wait to fight now. What Swoop mentioned was, of course, the upcoming college entrance examination. At that time, the world projection will be the time to test yourself. I comforted the three extraordinary clans a little, and told them not to slack off, and not to suffer internally. Swoop left. Don't look at him. It's just a gentle descent, but the significance is extraordinarily important. Pointing out the future direction for Tianyuan realm, at the same time, it also expresses that God always pays attention to and encourages them. Make the beliefs of the three tribes more devout. Reminder pops up on the creator panel to prove the point of this trip. Tianyuan log. You came to Tianyuan realm, encouraged the three clans, and prepared for the future. Greatly boosted their morale, faith value plus 20. In a blink of an eye, 30 faith points were accumulated. This stuff is very useful. This time I met three big bosses in person. Swoop also had a preliminary understanding of the combat power of the three clans. Although the two beholders are bronze intermediates, they have the strength to fight bronze seniors. The strongest lord of the four seas has the realm of the peak of bronze. You know, its size is huge. The bigger the beast, the more energy it needs, and the harder it is to break through. But at the same time, its combat power is also much higher than the same level. It can be said that the strongest lord of the four seas can even compete with primary silver creatures. More importantly, all three are seeded players. The future is promising. In addition, Swoop also made an unexpected discovery. The world also has a high opinion of their species. It even suggested that it can be condensed into a monster card. The Kotu and the Unicorn were judged to be D-level respectively. On the contrary, it is the Evil Eye family, which is judged to be C-class, even more rare. However, these are precious fry. Swoop was naturally reluctant to draw them into cards. In other words, before he left, he issued an oracle to Chowpedo Beast, that is to go to that space coordinate again to see if Meteorite 1 is still there. There is a gifted cosmic gut, plus it is itself comprehend. Super Pedo Beasts are no longer afraid of ordinary vacuum areas, as it explores the universe. Swoop also opened the card spree. With a flash of golden light, 3 golden cards appeared in front of him one after another. A group of beautiful transparent krill is painted on the bottom of the background, and the number is so dense that it is in units of tens of billions. The second picture is a lush forest with berries everywhere. Among the luxuriant branches, there are red apples growing. The last one is the strangest, a rune surrounded by a blue universe. Congratulations on successfully obtaining the C-level resource card Transparent Krill, the C-level magic card The Harvest of the Earth, and the B-level talent upgrade card. Transparent krill, after use, you can get hundreds of tons of krill. At the same time, they can reproduce quickly on the bottom of the sea. Let your sea creatures worry about food. The harvest of the earth, after use, the fertility of the land increases. Let plants and thorns grow large numbers of edible fruits. Talent upgrade card, it can be used on one's own talent to upgrade one step. Note, up to upgrade to orange. It's all just needed. Tsubai exclaimed, among the upgrade cards, he hesitated whether to use it for the intestines of the universe, as a gift of self-comprehension. It is extremely versatile, does not occupy the talent bar yet, it can greatly save time and let the creatures go out of the world and hunt in the star sea. However, using it now, I can only upgrade the blue talent to purple, which is too wasteful. At most, the oracles will be lowered, so that they can adapt to the cosmic environment as much as possible and upgrade their talents. Tsubai decided to hold back and use it again. As for the other two, of course, use it now. The Tianyuan realm, which is in ruins, needs help. He took out 3 cards in one go. Look at the world below, throw them in separately. The 3 cards turned into wisps of light in the air. The first is a light rain. The D-level climate card given by the school is really small and pitiful, and it can only give the unicorns a bath, but the other 2 are different. In a corner of the ocean, there is a group of beautiful little guys, although the krill is pitifully small. But I can't stand the family and it is easy to feed and reproduce. Plankton, seaweed, aquatic plants, everything. After a while, 1 billion krill were born. It is densely packed together, like an underwater tornado. This makes the giant sea monsters and big fish happy. They hunted and devoured. Even the Lord of the 4 Seas was startled. After tasting it, the tentacles danced happily. On land, thorns all over the place produce red berries. There are also densely packed apples growing on the bushes, a great harvest. Chapter 22 The Birth of Believers, Huge Body Feedback. Ask for a Flowe evaluation ticket. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The 3 tribes noticed the increase in food, which greatly solved the embarrassing survival problem. It is natural to think that it is a gift from God. They prayed aloud. Praise God, log, aware of your gift. The 3 extraordinary races prayed and praised you. Faith value plus 30, a shallow believer is born. At the same time, due to sufficient food, the 3 extraordinary races began to breed happily. Your people have increased. We must urge them to build city-states early and give birth to civilization. It's better for believers to be nurtured in this way. Tsubai muttered to himself, as the creator, everyone has established a religion in his own world, allowing believers to provide faith. About 10,000 faith points can be condensed into a drop of divine power. This thing has the incredible function of changing the world. It is said that some super big world masters consume faith, still in the world, open up the upper planes and build the kingdom of God, specializing in cultivating elite believers. The ranks of believers are divided into general believers, shallow believers, true believers, devout believers, mad believers, and the Holy Spirit. The higher you go, the more scarce it becomes. Poor Tsubai, there are quite a few pan-believers, and only a handful of shallow believers. Go slowly. Take a look at the development of the world. After the excitement, the tired Tsubai withdrew from the space of consciousness. To return to the real world, he let out a sullen breath, just about to say something. A heat flow in the brain rushed to the limbs and bones, quickly improving their physique and spirit. His body was reshaped at a speed visible to the naked eye. The face that was whitened due to staying up late for a long time has become rosy and healthy. The slightly curved back was corrected, and even the pores and skin became smooth. The originally decent facial features have been improved invisibly, making them more handsome and delicate. Mysterious aura increases his charisma by plus 10. This power. Tsubai was keenly aware, this is Tianyuanji's feedback, 100 kilometers. High school students have this grade, which makes the school a sensation. At least only the first 10 days of a large province, or the second generation of rich who have been carefully cultivated since childhood, are possible. The energy that feeds back is naturally great. In the blink of an eye, there was a lot of sludge on Tsubai's body. He quickly got up and went to take a shower. He glanced at the cramped, dark room. Tsubai suddenly couldn't help laughing. Good days are coming. Tomorrow, I will bring a batch of eye drops to sell from Tianyuanji. First, I will improve my life and change to a bigger house. Sometimes happiness is just that simple. With the blessing of a god simulator, Subai is destined to become a true god. Subai fell asleep happily. The happiness he had never had before made him laugh in his sleep. The next day, he was woken up by a phone call. Confused, he connected vaguely. Not awake yet. Today I'm going to go to school and ask the teacher how my mutant world works. Can you come with me later? The squad leader on the other end of the phone asked hesitantly. No problem, remember to bring me a breakfast. Subai smiled. Okay, right. Forgot to tell you yesterday, the world master who successfully awakened in the 3rd middle school pulled me into a town group. It is said that the newly awakened world masters of our entire Guangxing are inside, so let me pull you in too. If there are any world specialties and resource transactions in the future, you can contact them in the group. Subai was non-committal. There are really good things, and they will not be sold in the group. After joking for a while, the two hung up the phone. Subai just woke up, about to sink into the Tianyuan realm. Let's see how the little ones are doing business for one night. A series of messages popped up on the phone. You were pulled into the Guangxing Creation Center by Qi Lansu. Qi Lansu, hee, welcome to the newcomer Xiao Bai. The Lord of Kanglan Realm, it's from the 3rd middle school again. What world is awakened, and is there any special energy? Let me introduce myself. Newcomers are welcome to join. The probability of awakening this year is not low. Number 1 middle school is under a lot of pressure. Qi Lansu, Xiang Hu, and Xiao Yan, who has awakened fire energy, are all seeded players. I'm afraid it is. Goddess sure is not there in the 1st middle school. She has awakened the high water magic power of 30 kilometers. Guangxing number 1 has booked in advance. In the group chat, the master of the Kanglan realm was a typical pretender, not even his real name. Judging by the compliments of others, it seemed that he was the only son of a rich man in the city. It is a column of rich people, who have purchased a large number of materials to run the world. No wonder the tone is so rude. Subai didn't want to answer. Unexpectedly, the annoying Xianghu appeared again. Yin and Yang strangely said, don't you know that he is the famous 3rd middle school, the 1-kilometer master who has a rare encounter in 10 years? It's him. That's really rare. 10 kilometers, 11 kilometers is common, but 1 kilometer. It turned out to be him, nothing to worry about. The atmosphere in the group changed in vain. The creators who first wanted to befriend each other changed their tone. There is disdain in the tone. To this, Subai replied. Haha. I look forward to your college entrance examination results, and I hope that I can experience the world of Xianghu in the competition. Xianghu, if you say that, I'm not happy. After a night of gestation. In my world, a fighting nation, the lizard men, was born. I'm afraid that just throwing a spear can insert your world all over the place. The two had already had oral sex disputes before. Now in a group, it is natural to look down on each other. Are the lizard men powerful? I'm afraid I'll be frozen to death by the Yeti. See the attitude of the people. The class leader was unhappy and stood up for him. Subai is not much nonsense either. He likes to use actual proof. After turning off the phone, his consciousness sank back into the world. Sweep the Tianyuan realm. The corners of his mouth are upturned, and he did not expect to develop after a night. Under the acceleration of time, there has been such a big change. The acceleration of time requires the consumption of the power of the origin of the world. I just got promoted yesterday, and I've spent almost the same amount today. One can imagine how fast the 3 clans developed. A series of log reminders resounded in Subai's ears. Chapter 23 Genesis, Evil Eye Civilization was born. Ask for a Flowe evaluation ticket. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Log, Kayabijuo adhered to the oracle and went through several investigations, back to that familiar space coordinate again. Meteorite number 1 was not found, but a small piece of cosmic ice was accidentally found, which was brought back happily. The water source of Tianyuanji has increased by 10 tons, and the ocean has slightly expanded. Log, The abundance of food has made the number of the 3 clans break through to 1,000. Under the crisis, strengthen the cultivation, have abundant martial arts, and prepare for battle at any time. From time to time, the Evil Eye and the Super Beast go to space to pick up garbage. Although most of them ended in failure, a small number of unknown objects were picked up, but ant legs are also meat, and the origin of the world is slowly increasing. The land area has grown to 105 kilometers. Aura deepened. Log, time has passed half an era, under the will of God, Chief Beholder, make up a code about you, and make the faithful sing it on a daily basis. It steps into the ranks of true believers. It claims to be a high priest and calls on the tribe to build your temple complex. Infrastructure has instead deepened the cultural heritage of the Evil Eyes. Coincidentally, they built a city-state and learned to use tools and fire. Here, there is a line of brightly blind, red-marked, golden letters that are even more striking than the birth of religion. Heavy log, in order to spread your holy scriptures, the Evil Eye clan created unique words. In order to speed up the construction of the temple and to carve the statues, the Evil Eye with its stalks and tentacles made bronze tools. In order to facilitate the gathering of people to pray, the kingdom of Evil Eyes was born. Evil Eye civilization was born. Swoop never dreamed of it. In sleep, the most crucial Genesis-like step is reached. He didn't lead. When it develops to a certain extent, it will come naturally. Even the emulators rewarded it. The birth of the first civilization, the reward is plus 3,000 creation value. You can choose one of the 3 options. 1. Talent Guarantee Card. Out of 10 draws, an orange talent must be selected. Krypton does not change his life, Xian does not save his life. 2. Golden Talent Upgrade Card. The current highest upgrade card, after use, can upgrade the orange talent to gold. I believe that the European spirit is always in me. 3. Refresh Card X5, after use, ignore the cooling time and simulate at any time. Is this still a choice? After experiencing the golden talent against the sky, Swoop decided to choose an upgrade card. 1 gold is worth 100 oranges. Unexpectedly, the Evil Eye family gave him such a big surprise. Even if they are willing, they can be condensed into C+ level cards. This is the recognition of their value by the law. To this end, Swoop also specially descended oracles, encouraged the Evil Eye clan well and let them continue to work hard. After death, give them ascension to the kingdom of God. At that time, there will be endless drops of eye drops, and each male Evil Eye will be matched with 72 brides. Although there is no plane of the kingdom of God for the time being, it is always right to draw the cake first, to be personally rewarded by God. This can make the Evil Eyes go crazy. The prayers and sacrifices became more and more solemn, and even the faith value increased to 80. And the other 2 tribes heard about it. They all blushed, and the fire of jealousy burned in their hearts. They are like 2 children neglected by their parents, struggling to catch up. Swoop checked it out. Under the command of the Lord of the 4 Seas, undersea buildings, the prototype of the city has appeared. The Coda people are also about to establish a submarine civilization. On the contrary, the most dazzling unicorn beast before was a little embarrassed. They sacrificed their brains to their bodies and ran wild. The delicate work of architecture is not suitable for them. Text communication is better than the convenience of using tentacles directly. In addition, the claws are used as weapons, and it is not convenient to liberate them to make tools. Their progress is the slowest. This can be very anxious to destroy the super beast. For this reason, it released its anger into the universe, like a close relative dung beetle, and like a bee gathering honey. A steady stream of rubbish was transported back to the Tianyuan realm from space. There are small unknown rocks, solid ice frozen into ice, debris floating from nowhere, and so on. Thanks to them, the Tianyuan realm grew to 110 kilometers. The world's care for the unicorn beast is getting deeper and deeper. Super is more dynamic than multi-beast. They have a clear and peculiar style of painting, as if they have embarked on another crooked path. Swoop admires the busy lives of the little ones, not knowing that time has passed. It's like lying on the ground and watching ants move. When I was a child, extraordinarily interesting. It was the head of the class who called to urge him, and then Swoop reacted. Guangqing No. 3 Middle School, the gate of the school. Come back here after a day. Swoop has the illusion of being in a different world. Don't look at it. Eat the meat buns before going in. Chi Lancer handed over 5 big meat buns without hesitation. She knew that Su Bai had a big appetite and bought more of it on purpose. Su Bai also reached out to take it, and the two entered the school side by side. Along the way, I also met schoolmates and schoolmates to say hello. That's Chi-senpai who has awakened 20 kilometers. I heard that the world's energy has also mutated, and the future is limitless. This college entrance examination will guarantee the top 3 in Guangcheng. A bull pen, for a lifetime, no, it may be seen for a long time. And we are from 2 worlds. After 100 years, we will most likely be a handful of lus, but others will become true gods, immortal and immortal. I can't see it, you have become a celebrity. After 2 bites of meat buns, Su Bai quipped. It's annoying, I don't want to be noticed. Just be yourself. Chi Lancer stuck out her tongue cutely, her face full of helplessness. The two wanted to find the head teacher, but learned that she was in the principal's office. Simply look for them together. Unexpectedly, it's not that the enemies don't get together. Xiang Hu, who was not dealing with the group just now, was also in the principal's room. Only the 40 square meter principal's room has Mr. Li and Mr. Lu, the head teacher of the 3rd class. In addition to the principal, there are 3 students. The atmosphere was awkward for a while. Classmate Chi, are you trying to freeze the world? Teacher Li took the initiative to ask. After listening to your call last night, the principal and I studied all night. The specific situation can only be determined by going to the training room in person and projecting the world. What happened to her world? Xianghu, who didn't know about this, was at a loss. His head teacher explained. It is really favored by fate. Others are washed away by the cosmic storm. If they are not destroyed, they will also suffer heavy losses. She's better, but she was given magical attributes: mutate the world, add ice energy, and even turn your subordinates into snowmen. If nothing else happens, classmate Chi's college entrance examination may be the first in the school. Teacher Lu tutored her assessment, regretting that she was not in the 3rd class. When Xianghu heard this, his face was full of astonishment. Stronger than my lizard men? Just to restrain you. Teacher Lu seemed to say unintentionally. Speaking of which, your lizard man is a very distant dragonborn, and this time you won a very precious B-rank bloodline card for you. If it is strengthened, the fire bloodline will be awakened. The ice and snow world fellow practitioners with classmate Chi complement each other, and the evolution speed can be multiplied several times. It can also prevent the lizard men from spontaneous combustion and death. After hearing this, Xianghu's face suddenly changed. The eyes looking at Chi Lancer became even hotter. It was a completely undisguised fiery intention, the kind that I wish I could swallow her without even spitting out the bones. Chi Lancer frowned slightly, glanced at Teacher Lu, and took a step back, hiding sideways behind Su Bai. Mr. Lu wants your students to kidnap my precious monitor. Mr. Li refused to let his men down, and said bluntly. As a teacher, what you said just now is very suspicious. Nothing. This is your most proud student and the strongest seed player in the entire school. How dare I induce it? Teacher Lu flatly denied it. The old-fashioned principal sat on the chair and looked at him with a smile. The scene smelled of ignition powder for a while. Mr. Lu is indeed wrong. How can a toad eat swan meat? How can a snow girl marry a lizard? Suddenly, a disdainful voice came out. It reverberated throughout the principal's room, making the atmosphere completely ignited. No one expected that the first person to ignite was Su Bai. Chi Lancer's mouth opened slightly, her beautiful eyes staring blankly at his back. From the back that is not generous, I feel a sense of reliability and security that I have never had before. Teacher Li looked at him in surprise. The headmaster raised his eyebrows and looked at Su Bai with smiling eyes, as if he knew him for the first time. As for Teacher Lu, everyone laughed angrily. Xianghu was shaking with anger. P.S. Ask for flowers. Evaluation tickets, etc. Chapter 30. Golden scales are not objects in the pool. The bloodline of the lizard men recorded by the. You are listening at novelfold.audio. In the chat group of Guangcheng Creation Center, messages keep popping up. Hey, haven't you heard? Su Bai from the 3rd middle school in the group. After one night's operation, the world has an area of more than 100 kilometers. How is that possible? He's not 1 kilometer. You laughed at him just now. Just now, Su Bai and Xianhu fought and won. The news is absolutely true, and the evening news will be there. What kind of adventure is this? I heard that a fragment of the world fell on his head. TSK, this is the blue smoke from the ancestral grave. The chat group was very lively. Half a day ago, many people laughed at Su Bai, show off your 8 kilometers, 5 kilometers world. Now everyone's face is flushed, and they want to delete the record, but they find that the deletion fails, silently hope that the boss will not hold revenge. How can the golden scales be a thing in the pool, and they will turn into dragons when they meet the wind and clouds? A classmate named Hua Mingxian from number 2 middle school said with emotion, he is the leader of the second high school, this is ambitious, trying to win the city's first, now I feel. This year's Guangqing is full of talented people. There is a double-star goddess in the first. There are 2 lucky ones in the third. Plus Wang Tsang's Kanglan world. The hidden masters of the other schools. The plan to protect 3 and 1 for 1 has failed. The few he mentioned were all seeded players, the Lord of Kanglan realm, it's just luck to get a world fragment. Luck is only temporary. If you really want to look at it in the long run, you have to get real materials. He is Wang Tsang, who has awakened the chaotic magic power of alien energy, he has cultivated a group of orcs as thugs, and he is also a favorite to win the championship. I heard that the insect warriors Su Bai cultivated are very strong, and I am looking forward to fighting him. A kind of goddess sure was also bubbling with alarm, even Mei Wanqing, who awakened the ghost world, said. Don't underestimate the people of the world. With this area at the beginning, the future achievements will not be too low. Chat group, everyone was full of envy and hatred for him, but everyone admits that Su Bai's strength is not bad, crushing most people. Some of the villains who taunted him just now were silent and did not dare to speak out. In a restaurant in Lakeside Park, Chi Lancer picked up the phone and smiled. You open the group chat and see, many people are flattering you. People who laughed at you in the morning didn't dare to make a sound, and they were beaten badly. It's like this. In the future, I will surprise them. Su Bai is not interested in pretending to be in the chat group. In order to thank the monitor for helping with the move, she is being invited to dinner. He eats fast, come out and get so many babies, also planning to go back to the simulation. During the meal, the monitor also received a call from his mother. Knowing that she was having dinner with her male classmate, she immediately became nervous. Chi Lancer explained for a while before hanging up. Go home early after eating, my parents are worried. Su Bai put the last piece of braised pork in his mouth and bit down happily, juicy, fatty and delicious. Then, next time, see you in the college entrance examination. After lunch, Chi Lancer and him agreed to meet at the school in 6 days, take the exam together. You said this kid went out to play with that same table again. On the other end of the phone, Chi Lancer's mother, Zhuang Hong, was chattering. It's normal for my daughter to grow up. Dad, she looked at the newspaper and didn't care. By the way, that classmate seems to be surnamed Su, right? Yes, what's the matter? Zhuang Hong complained. I'm worried that my daughter has been deceived. She has awakened a talent of 20 kilometers and has a bright future in the future. It can't be delayed. Dad, she put down the newspaper in surprise and pointed to the eye-catching headline on the front page. Look at the latest news, there is a great genius in the 3rd middle school. Hearing that, Zhuang Hong took the newspaper and glanced at it, and was shocked. I saw a few bold characters in the headlines of the newspapers. Su Bai, the peerless genius of the 3 middle schools, the world has skyrocketed 100 times overnight, and the urban awakening is the first. It won't be the same tablemate, will it? Zhuang Hong murmured that when her daughter came back, she would have to interrogate her carefully. Small villa by the lake, comes with a garden, a total of more than 600 square meters, divided into upper and lower 3 layers. The decor is extremely luxurious, with silver chandeliers inlaid with faux gems, leather sofa, 50-inch TV and other furniture are complete, and there is also a smart housekeeper. That's life. There will be better ones in the future. Su Bai was lying on the velvet European-style luxury bed and laughed. He closed his eyes, and his consciousness sank back into the sea of stars. To his surprise, as soon as it comes in, it is a series of log notifications. Important log. At the call of God, the First Plane War began. Tianyuanji completely defeated the enemy army and plundered some of the power of the source back. Tianyuanji grows to 120 kilometers. Accumulated some experience. Keibijuo has a little insight. If you accumulate enough, maybe it can comprehend the fighting talent. Ding dong. God Simulator has saved battle records. You can simulate enemy battles by consuming creation points. The simulator has recorded the bloodlines and talents of the enemy. The blood of the lizard men and the thick skin and flesh, white talents, are newly listed in the extraction column. Please pay attention to check them. The last 2 tips are particularly special. Subai quickly opened the God Simulator to check it out. It turns out that there are really options for the lizard men. The price tag is not high. Replaying a 300-person lizard warrior requires 300 creation points. Extracting the bloodline requires 200 creation points. On the contrary, the talent of the lizard men will cost 500 creation points to extract. I didn't expect the simulator to have this function. After that, I will fight with people. Wouldn't it be possible to copy their bloodline? Integrate the advantages of all races into one. Subai thought, especially when you think of the National College entrance examination, many of the second generation of gods and their subordinates have been cultivated by generations of families, which is extremely extraordinary. Even as the old principle said, you can encounter epic bloodlines, legendary bloodlines, and even mythical species. That can make money. It's like getting a beast. And if you can reproduce the battlefield, after encountering an enemy once, you can slowly explore and find the enemy's restraint method. There are really some mythical beast enemies that can be defeated by simulation. That his eyes lit up, and he couldn't wait to take out the cards he got. With a grin, it's time for a big fight.